Hey everyone, it's Argonath here from The Right Way, and today we've got an update on the two people that broke quarantine restrictions, which is level 4 in Auckland, the strictest quarantine restrictions, and flew down to the South Island. So they've been named. I'm not going to read the names out or anything, but they are a horse breeder and horse trainer, and his friend who is a lawyer. So just to recap what they did, from Auckland they drove down to Hamilton Airport, so a good 100, more than 100 kilometres from Auckland. Then they took a commercial flight to Queenstown with other people on the plane. So it wasn't a private flight, it was a commercial flight. That was via Wellington, so I assume they made a stop in Wellington, but they probably didn't get off the plane. Then they rented a vehicle and then drove to their holiday home in Wanaka, which is in the South Island. So not very good. So the pair had sought name suppression in a bid to keep the identity secret, but that lapsed. They decided not to carry that any further, because pretty much it had been known pretty well on social media. The names had been put out, because by the time that they got their name suppression order put in, everyone had already shared it on Facebook and things like that. So it was quite well known, and you could find it quite easily. So yeah, name suppression wasn't really useful for them. So in a statement released on Tuesday night, the pair said that the decision to travel to Wanaka last week was completely irresponsible and inexcusable. We're deeply sorry for our actions, and we would like to unreservedly apologise to the Wanaka community and all the people of New Zealand for what we did. Maybe you should have thought a bit more about what you did when you did it. Probably two reasons. Either you didn't care about the rules and you didn't care if you get caught, or you didn't think you would get caught and you decided to try it and get through sneakily. So either way, the apology doesn't seem too genuine from me. Probably it's been written by some PR company because they're quite rich, so I'm sure they've got their PR company onto that and got them to write their apologies for them. At least they both had a negative COVID-19 test before travelling and on returning to Auckland, so at least they weren't positive and spreading the virus around, but they could have. Who knows? Anyway, explaining their bid to get name suppression, they said they sought it after receiving death threats and they had a genuine fear for our safety. So I don't condone death threats at all. It's okay to make fun of these people, but don't go to the level of making death threats to people. That's just ridiculous. Hold them to a high standard. Shout them out if they're doing something wrong, but don't send death threats and things like that. That's just ridiculous. So shouldn't be doing that kind of stuff. So the pair said they were committed to taking responsibility for their actions and would not be seeking further name suppression. As I said, it'll become quite widely known on social media anyway, so it doesn't make any difference. So yeah, I don't believe that too much as well. So the guy's mother is a judge, Mary Beth Sharp, and she said, like the rest of New Zealand, I was appalled to learn of my son William and his partner's actions over the weekend. In addition, I was and am highly embarrassed. Had I known their intentions, of course, which I did not, I would have told them not to act so thoughtlessly and selfishly. I do not condone their conduct. So it goes on to talk about what the guy's horse breeding business is and the lady's law practice and that kind of stuff as well. So we don't need to read that kind of stuff. So the release from the guy's mother seemed quite genuine, right? That she was quite surprised and quite admonished about what he had done and so on. Well, later on, so when was this article written? This was written on the 14th of September, so today's the 16th. And then today, on the 16th of September, we have a new article about the guy's mother, the judge. So there's just a recap of what happened to these people, that kind of stuff. So following the couple's names being made public on Tuesday after they didn't carry on for name suppression, a Stuff journalist, so from the actual paper called Stuff, sent a text message to Willis's mother, Judge, whoever that happens to be. She had previously said she was appalled to learn of my son William and his partner's actions, and that she had not been aware of their intentions. The text message sent to Judge whatever included a request for an interview and asked her for her response to various allegations. The judge does not respond to that particular message. And then on Wednesday night, the judge's lawyers sent a letter to Stuff claiming that the allegations put to the judge by the Stuff journalist were highly defamatory. What are you going on about? What are they defamatory about? I'd like to know. Now, it doesn't seem to that the person's mother was that kind of contrite and admonished by the people's actions, sending a warning to the journalist that was investigating the story. Let's carry on. The judge's lawyer requested that the statements not be repeated in any way to a third party, so obviously they didn't want it published. The letter also warned Stuff about approaching nearby residents at the Wanaka house for comment. What the hell? Why are you warning a journalist not to approach people that are nearby residents? You don't control other people. You don't control the journalists. If they want to go and talk to someone who lives next to the house, they can go and talk to that person. That seems very off to me. The judge, via her lawyer, sought urgent confirmation that the line of inquiry would cease immediately. So obviously, the judge, on behalf of her entitled son, being entitled herself, probably being a judge, part of the elite ruling class, they probably just wanted to shut it all down and not let it get out into the public. But too late for that. It's already out, so you missed your chance. So yeah, I'm that judge's mother, obviously she wasn't contrite. She was trying to bury the story first. Obviously didn't want a name tarnished, which I can probably understand. But when you're an elite, well, I guess that's what you do. Try and get the media to do what you want them to do. So anyway, that's an update on that particular story. So apparently they are in the process of being charged. So where is it? It was written somewhere. But anyway, the police are in the process of laying charges to these people. Now, it's still in the process, but hopefully they will be, because another thing happened. Probably someone did a very stupid thing. So a man was charged after posting video about leaving Auckland to get to McDonald's. So you can't get any takeaways or anything in Auckland in level 4, because they won't even allow contactless delivery or pickups. That has to be in level 3. So obviously this person was really hanging out for McDonald's. I'm not really too great on McDonald's, so I can't see why you'd want to break rules and go down and get it and be charged and probably get a fine or something. But anyway, the idiot posted a video on TikTok saying he crossed the Auckland border because he was craving McDonald's and he be charged by the police. So yeah, let's break the rules, and then post it on TikTok. I mean, God, the social media generation are just idiots, right? They just post everything on social media. I mean, you deserve to get caught. Superintendent Shanahan Gray said the charge was laid after a video emerged of people allegedly travelling out of Auckland to get fast food. Well, I mean, I guess the Wanaka people, the people that went down to the South Island, didn't need any video. They saw them in the South Island. So there's not really much of a dispute there. Anyway, the video was uploaded to TikTok on Monday. Showed at least 2 people going through the border checkpoint before purchasing a large amount of food of McDonald's. They tried to get out of it after being caught. So it was removed on Monday night, the TikTok video. I can imagine why. So the police were initially told the video was made just to get views. They were actually undertaking essential work in the Waikato region and stopped for food on the way home. So they did have essential permits to get being essential workers. But however, following considerable inquiries, it has been established that no essential work was being undertaken. So actually the police are putting a lot of resources just to catch some people that went down and got some McDonald's. Oh my God. But the rules are the rules, right? If we're going to admonish these Wanaka people for flying down to the South Island, we need to admonish these people as well. Everyone has to be held to the same standard, in my opinion, whether we like the lockdown or not. If that's the rule, and we got to abide by that rule. We have to, because at the moment the only thing we can do to get out of our COVID-19 epidemic in New Zealand is to get vaccinated. So I do highly encourage everyone to get vaccinated. I don't think it should be made mandatory. It should be your decision, but I encourage you to do it. Anyway, so these person have been charged. I think it says down the bottom here. So the 20-year-old man alleged to be involved in the McDonald's breach has been summoned on a charge of failing to comply with COVID-19 health order. He's expected to appear in the Manukau District Court on October the 6th. So yeah, it takes a long time for court cases to be heard in New Zealand. So he's been charged. The people that flew down to Wanaka, they have to be charged, right? There's no way they can get out of it. If they do get out of it, then we know that the elites are treated differently from our normal people like me and you watching this particular video. Alright, so just a quick update on that. So if you enjoyed that video, please give it a like. Give me a subscribe if you like my content. And it just helps with the YouTube algorithm for other people to find it as well. Alright, that's it from Argonath. Catch you next time. Bye.